Yes,
Okay.
yes, Ashish, we can start.
Yeah, okay. Hey, hi, good evening, everyone. Myself, Ashish. How are you guys? You guys can unmute yourself and
Okay,
let's.
Ashish, is it possible you can turn on your camera?
Actually, I have a less internet connection here, okay, so it might be issue for me.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a less bandwidth here. Okay, am I audible to everyone? Anyone, please confirm.
Yeah, it's audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hope you all are doing good, guys. So let me introduce myself. Myself, Ashish, I am a senior data engineer working since last 5 years in this IT industry. Currently, I placed in Gurgaon, and I have up to now at least delivered near about 8 to 9 big data projects. So whatever this boot camp for the next 1 hour, I'll be going to your trainer for this boot camp only, and after that, our team will going to reach out to you. But for this next 1 hour, you guys are going to interact with me. What are the courses? What are the big data and these bootcamp, everything. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. So page 4. So before wasting any time, let's start this session. Anyone have any question or any doubt before starting out this session? You can ask me, guys, if you have any doubt or anything related to the big data regarding this boot camp, regarding your future career option, anything, or otherwise we can start this one. Why we are here, what we are going to do here. Anyone, if you have any doubt? Nope. Any one of you, please just acknowledge me whenever I ask something throughout this session, okay? Yes or no? Okay, guys. So we are here for the data engineering boot camp. Okay. So before starting this boot camp, can I know how many of you know this term? What is the big data actually it is, and why we are here today? How many of you knows? Anyone knows what is the big data? You can unmute yourself, guys, and let me know your answer. Anyone knows what is the big data? Anyone have any idea regarding the big data? I think some of you guys are working as a professional. Some of you are like a student. So whatever comes in your mind, you can tell me now. Anyone have any idea what is the big data? Okay. Whoever is saying something, you are not audible properly to me. Okay, so the big data term coined from the in year 2002 onwards, like whatever the data which qualifies these three V's, volume, velocity, and veracity, termed as a big data. Okay, so nowadays, like you guys are using a very normal example. If I'll say Instagram, if I'm correct, every one of you have a example of every one of you have an application in your mobile phone, Instagram. So whenever you guys upload the photo or watch the reels or whatever you are wasting your time over the Instagram, these three terms are totally rely on that one, and it is also termed as a big data. Okay, so how's the volume? Because like billions of a user of Instagram uploading their photos. Okay, so like every one of you have a particular profile there, particular photos there, particular reels there. Each of the profile gets maintained under the particular volume. So whenever the data cross a certain limit, like a 1 TB or a 5 TB, and you have to maintain into the real-time environment as well, that is called as a big volume, or we can termed as a inside a three V's, which is a volume. Now, what is the velocity? So if I'm correct, guys, earlier when you guys are using a Facebook, there is a some delay or lag while you're uploading your photos or something. But nowadays, whenever you upload your photo, video, anything over the Instagram, if I'm correct, billions of user and some more influencers are uploading their reels over the Instagram on every second. So any one of you ever think about it, how this much big data is getting transferred over the network or servers, and they're uploading their reels and photos continuously without a single second of a lag. So the velocity means the speed of coming data and input of incoming data and outgoing data. So this is about the velocity. What is the veracity? Veracity means if you have to handle a MP4 files, you have to handle a GPG files, you have to handle any kind of a CSV, JSON, Parquet, any kind of a file. That is called the veracity. It means there are several different types of a data that you have to handle it. Okay. Now, my point is why we are here today. As a data engineer, or whenever you guys are going to pursue your career in data engineering, why we are here today? What is the use of this boot camp? And what you are going to learn today? Okay. Any one of you have any idea what the exactly data engineers are doing into the market? Amazon engineer, Microsoft engineer, LinkedIn engineers. Why they are getting paid near about 70 to 80 lakhs for the SG2 position? Anyone have any idea? What is exactly data engineers are doing? Any role, if you guys remember? What is the use of this role in the market? And if I'm correct, you guys have also heard about these roles as well, data analyst, and there are some more roles, data scientist. Any one of you knows? Like this is a very fancy word, like if I'm correct, yeah, kindly go on mute, guys. So if I'll say the mostly sold products or the mostly sold courses into the markets are with the this one, data scientist. But what I have observed to the market and what I can say up to my experience, if you have a one project, if you have a one data engineering project, you at least need a 10 DE plus only two data scientists. If you guys can check over the LinkedIn or anywhere, the data engineer positions are there into the market. Why? Why data engineers positions are there? Why data engineers are more in demand? Data scientist is also important, but yeah, why the job is less there? Why the data engineers are more in numbers? Why TCS, Infosys, Accenture, every service-based companies are picking up the data engineers in a mass? Why? Why not a data analyst and data scientist? Anyone have any idea? And if you guys are going to do this data engineering course or any course, I'm not going to favor only this course, but any course if you are going to learn or data engineering tools and components in the going next 3 or 4 months, what's your role and why you are going to picked up by the top companies? Okay. So basically, the data engineers are mostly responsible for extracting data, transforming it, and then loading it. Okay. So if I'll take an example of a one company, if I'm correct, most of you have Adidas shoes. Okay. So now suppose that in my last project I have worked over the Adidas. So Adidas comes to us and say like we have outlets in USA, but like in our data warehousing, we stores our outlet information like how many products are sold out in a one day, in second day. And these ways in a year-wise data. Okay, they have that. But they want a segregation on top of the not a year-wise, on the day-wise or a month-wise. Okay. So they comes to us and they have like explained their problem, like they have the data into their data warehouse. So what exactly data engineers are going to do in this case? We have to segregate out that data. We have to extract the data from the Adidas database or warehouse. Then we have to apply the transformation logic on top of that. And then we have to load the data into the different warehouse. Okay. So if I'll say the data engineers, so first thing I have to do is to extract the data, extract the data from the extract the data from the Adidas warehouse, correct? Second thing, what we have to do, transform the data. Inside this data, we have to apply some data integrity checks plus data cleaning plus all business rules. Okay, here in this stage. And in the last stage, we have to load into the particular warehouse, load into particular warehouse. Okay. So in wherever in any company you guys are going to work, I don't know, like some of you are already working as well, but in wherever in any company you guys are working, even on Amazon, Microsoft, Google, I don't know. Some of you on a service based as well, and some of you are struggling to get a job in this market. I understand, but more or less your work is revolves towards these three components only: extract, transform, and load. And these three term, extract, transform, and load, this is the main responsibility of our data engineers, and this is called data pipeline. That's it, guys. This is the main role of a data engineer, to create an automated data pipeline. We have to build a automated data pipeline so that so that so that we can consume the data from source and transform and then load to destination. This is our solely whole job. That's it. But there are several tools and technology. There are several tools and technology into the market. You guys have heard about AWS, Azure, Kafka, Airflow, Hadoop, Snowflake. There are lot of. But these all tools are going to combine and going to do these three components only. Anyways, anyway, guys, you are going to do these three activities only: extract, transform, and load. Okay. So as a data engineer, there are so many tools. Okay, I'm just only going to give you the knowledge of a two framework only. One is the Hadoop framework, and the another one is the Spark framework. Okay. If I'm correct, you guys have heard about the Spark as well. Okay. This is the Hadoop framework. This is the Spark framework. This is the two thing. Okay. So now before going towards our frameworks and these things, the important one is, a very important question is, what is the use of this Hadoop and Spark framework? We have the data, we can store it, and we can do the processing, and we can process the data, and then we will load it somewhere. But what is the use of these big data frameworks? These are the big data frameworks. Hadoop, this is the earlier one, like this is the older one. This is the first framework in the big data industry. Then after that, we have a Spark. Now you guys already knows about the PySpark and all. Subha, could you please stop your, yeah, whatever you're doing? Thank you. So Hadoop is a big data framework. This is the first one. And then nowadays we have a Spark as well. And then on the top of this one, we have some cloud one as well. Okay. What is the actual requirement of these frameworks? I don't know, but number of the projects in TCS, Infosys, Accenture, Cognizant, Gartner, Genpact, these companies are totally going to revolve around these tools only because they are handling the legacy projects or diamond projects like gas and energy, water supply system of the USA, and telecommunication. And most of these data is going to be stored in an in-house infrastructure, which is provided by the Hadoop only. Okay. They are not going to disclose their data to the any cloud provider. So they have the most of the projects in Hadoop component only. Okay. But what is the requirement of it? So as you guys know, we have to be responsible for these three component, extract, transform, and load. But there are two more. As a data engineer, you have to focus on to the max, I can say that the efficiency of the two things, or I can say that sorry, whenever you get the any project or whenever you get the any requirement from your data team, the very first thing you have to do or you have to ask them as a two problems, storage and processing. Okay. This is the main two elements where you have to focus on. Okay. Storage and processing are the two elements where you have to focus on. Okay. Storage and processing are the two elements where you have to focus on. Okay.
Sir, you are no longer audible. Sir, you are not audible anymore.
Apology, folks. Hello. Apology, folks. Like power cut at my place. Now I am audible or not? Anyone please confirm? Am I
Yes,
audible
you
or not?
Yes, yes, audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So apology, guys. Like power cut at my place. Okay. Once my screen is visible, just confirm me. Visible or not visible, guys? Yeah.
Visible, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So as a data engineer, the most important two things where we have to focus on throughout this curriculum is like storage and the processing of the data. Okay, storage and the processing of the data. So why the storage is this much important? Earlier also 2002 we are like guys, big data is a more famous after 2002 to 2006 only. Okay, but before to that also we are somehow storing the data into the file system. If I'm correct, guys, file system or a monolithic giant system, monolithic databases somehow because databases are discovered earlier. But the way we are storing the data is a not a optimized way for the parallel processing or the parallel producing. Okay, so that we can distribute our program or data into the different nodes. Okay, but these frameworks, Hadoop or Spark frameworks, comes into the picture and they have solved this problem. And now what they are basically offering is distributed storage, which is a nothing but the SDFS system, first thing. And the second thing is like, uh, I can say that the for the processing, for the para parallel processing, they are giving, for the parallel processing, they are giving the parallel compute engine, which is nothing but a map reduce engine. We can say that map reduce engine. Okay. So this is both of comes under to the Hadoop framework. There are so many tools, guys. For the storing, we have a STFS here. For the distributed storage, for the parallel processing, we have a MR here. For the resource manager, we have a YARN here. For the resource monitoring or that thing, we have a Zookeeper here. For the real-time data analysis, we have a Kafka here. And then we have a for the NoSQL also we have something, but there is a pick, and for the NoSQL we have a HBase, and there are so many. Okay, even Spark comes under to this Apache Foundation only. So this Hadoops comes under to the Apache Foundation. Okay, I'm not going into deep, guys, because this is just a 1 hour class. Okay, so I cannot go in that much deep, but into the SDFS, if I'll say, just give you the one basic example, I'm going to ask you guys one basic, very normal question. Or what do you think, guys, or what's your idea on this one? Now, suppose that this table, this is a one table, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and these 5 columns are nearly about have a 1 terabyte or 10 billion of records, 10 billion of records. So, like, do you guys understand how exactly this data is stored? Anyone have any answer? In your projects or anywhere, if you guys know? I understand you guys are working with the SQL as well. So whenever you fire the any select star query, from where exactly the data comes into the warehouse? Anyone have any idea? Whatever the data you seen in your database or in your company or anywhere, where the exactly data is being stored? Is it in the form of table, exactly the one you are seeing in your UI, or in some another format? Anyone have any answer? Like if anyone is experienced folk here, Prem Kumar, Abhinav Agrawal, Arka Sarantra, anyone, whatever comes to your mind, guys, like
Data are stored in table format.
table format, like how? Which do you know any table format?
Rows and columns.
Yeah, this is the table only. I understand. I'm asking out into the backend how it is stored. If you have a 10 billions of record, is it the
Maybe in
same?
binary format.
Okay, okay. Anyone else? Any further ideas, guys, or any whatever thoughts come in your mind, just tell me your answer. I'm not a monitor of your class. I'm just asking your ideas. What comes in your mind? Like suppose that we have a very big table inside our warehouse, inside our table. How exactly you guys are thinking your data is being stored in which format and where it is stored actually? Anyone have any further idea? Dripto Das, Gaurav Viswas, Harshal Chaudhary, Jugal Deshmukh, Konda Yashwant. Anyone? Go ahead, guys. Just give me your answers. Let's make this 1 hour interesting. Anyways, you can at least learn something from today's class. No idea? You guys have, you guys are going to pursue the data engineering course. This is the very basic thing you have to know. Like this
Cloud
much big.
storage,
How?
cloud storage.
No, that is a storage. I'm asking about how these tables data is getting stored in a backend. Is it this physical data or this physical table that you are seeing in your UI or in your console, the same way it is going to be stored into the backend, guys? You guys are thinking in this way? Yes or no? Whatever the table you are seeing on my screen, is it the same way it is going to be stored in a backend? No, guys. This is the very, very wrong answer. Table data gets stored in a form of files only in different data node. Okay, so whatever the data of your table is getting stored in a form of a different file, and this file might be CSV, JSON, Parquet, Avro, or anything. Okay, but this is a big data. Whatever the giant table you have here, up to the 10 billions of record, you have to store this data in a form of file only. Why? And why you are getting this UI? This is an interesting question. When you learn your Hive, the Apache tool for the data processing Hive here, there you can get an answer like your data is stored in a different nodes of a data node, which is a slave node in a Hadoop architecture. Daemon node also we can say that data node or a slave node, which is a have a data blocks, and those data blocks of a 128 MB store your actual data. Okay. So this is the main idea of storing a giant table of a big data of your project or anywhere. If you guys are working in any data engineering project, you are not going to have this SQL like a normal SQL or a normal table. You have to work with the file system only, Linux file system or the Databricks file system or a Spark file system or a Hadoop file system. Here we have a SDFS. Okay. So for the storage, we have a SDFS here, and for the processing, we have a MapReduce engine and the Hive. Okay. Now, what is the MapReduce engine? You guys will ask me, what is the parallel processing? Okay, so now one more interesting question. If you have this big giant table and if you want to do some processing and you write a one code, okay. Now, any one of you can answer me. Suppose that you have a one giant table and you wrote a one code to transform the some data from this giant table. Okay. If I'll ask you to apply some transformation code or write some transformation code and you wrote down inside of this circle, that is a fine. Now, any one of you, just let me know, this code goes to the table or table comes to the code? This code goes to the storage place or the data comes to the program? What's your answer, guys? Anyone, just give me your thought.
Data is only stored in the database.
Sorry, what's your answer?
The data which is retrieved from the code is stored in the database.
What I am asking, I think you didn't get my question properly. If the data is stored somewhere in this tabular format or a file format at a particular storage level, okay? In any storage level, and you have wrote down some transformation logic on top of that. Into the backend system, what do you understand? Your code goes to the data at a storage level for the processing, or your
The
data
code goes to the, I guess.
or data comes to the code. I'm writing here,
The
guys,
code,
this code goes to code
yes, the code goes to
goes
the
to data, and or data comes to code for processing. Left left arrow or right arrow, guys? You can give me your answer. Just give me left arrow or right arrow. Anyone? Abhinav Agrawal, Arka Santra, Bolaram Mitra. Anyone? Left or right? Okay, so whoever, yeah, anyone
Sir, my
saying
answer is code goes to the data.
code. What's your good name?
Bolaram.
Bolaram. Okay, Bolaram, you are totally correct. Code always goes to the data. And why code always goes to the data? And why? Because this is called data locality principle. Never big data industry or in data engineering project, never and ever move your data from one place to another until unless it is a very urgent. Okay, data shuffling is a very tedious and a complex and the expensive task in a data engineering. Okay, so we have to write our code here and then we have to send it for the parallel processing. We have a MR engine offered in a Hadoop framework, which will do the map reduce, and this is a nothing but it will apply a divide and conquer principle. Okay, divide and conquer principle. You can easily get it there. Okay, yeah, guys, you can go on mute. Whoever is not okay, amazing. I think we are getting audience from.
तुम लेके क्यों नहीं है
Guys, go on mute. I think Instagram is making more fun here. Whoever is speaking, kindly go on mute.
अबे इंस्टाग्राम पे
Good, good. Instagram. Okay, guys, no worries. Sorry, whoever is offended, and I'm sorry to all the girls present in this class, but this is not my problem, guys. This is Instagram problem. So I think these guys are discussing about some profile, but anyways. So basically, the code always goes to the data because this is comes under to the data locality principle. Okay, and due to the data locality principle, you have to move your code, not your data. Okay. Now, why we are discussing about the Spark framework? What is the Spark, man? Spark is 100x times faster processing engine. So whatever you guys are seeing, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere, Kafka, ATM card, banking system, real-time data, everything is managed by this big giant, and that is why this is called the big daddy of a data field. Why? Why? Because if you learn this tool very properly, guys, you can easily land your job into the Amazon, Microsoft, up to the 70 to 80 lakh. Mark my words. Easily, if you know this very well. Because this tool is used for the developing of a products, creating your optimizing of your code, optimizing of your big data payloads. Okay. So in Spark, there are so many offerings here. Okay. So the main offering I'm going to discuss today, as we do not have that much time. I'm just going to discuss a one API, Spark API, which is a data frame. And I will showcase you the magic of a data frame in the next 1 minute, guys. So data frame is a nothing but data frame. Inside the data frame, into the deep we can discuss in our session. Data frame, you can load any type of data. This is a kind of a variable for now, type of data. You can load any type of data and allow or do transformation logics, and you can easily write down as well. Okay. So in Spark framework, we are doing the same thing, but it is 100x times faster than Hadoop. Why? Because only and only due to the only one component, which is a in-memory computation, guys. Why? Only because of the in-memory computation. So if your interviewer will ask you, why Spark is the first? So you have to say in-memory computation, which is a nothing but a RDD plus RAM. Okay, now you guys can ask me what is the RDD. I will explain to my class. RDD is a nothing but a resilient distributed data set where exactly we can store our data into the Spark, and RAM is nothing but a cached memory for the faster processing of the data to get the result scan data. Okay, so this is about the in-memory RDD plus RAM. Okay, so Spark is 100 times faster, plus it stores the data into the RAM, and it's also the main component of your Spark is RDD only. Okay, this way we can do our all storage, processing, and these stuffs. Okay, now the point is, you can ask me, but sir, you told us we have to do the extract, transform, and load. Okay, but we are not doing anything here. Why you're explaining us the components and frameworks? Because in a different companies, when you go, there are so many another tools and technology these guys are using, but the main role behind this to creating a data pipeline, which is nothing but a automated data pipeline. Okay, so every day your data pipeline will run. Most of the companies, they have created a automated data pipeline. So in my company, we have near about 30 to 40 data pipelines, which will run at a 7 a.m. morning time, USA, 7 a.m. morning time of USA. And before, like, our clients will wake up, we have loaded the data in our system, we have transformed it, and then we have loaded into our destination folder, so that from there, our client will easily get the refined and the filtered data. Okay, guys. So this is our main responsible behind it. Okay. So let me share my screen of, I will share, give me one second, guys. Let me share the one Databricks community edition where we are going to do practicals, or where we are going to do our all practicals related to the Spark whenever you guys going to enroll in this course. Okay. Let me show you guys one small practical only. Allow me 1 minute, guys, only. I have to reset my password here. Okay, guys, my screen is visible. Anyone please confirm me?
Yes, sir.
Anyone? Okay, thank you. So if you guys can see here, we have this Databricks Community Edition. Okay. So in Databricks Community Edition, we are having a different notebooks. We have created a Python, PySpark notebooks. If I'll go inside it, I just showcase a very basic data frame exercise. Okay. Very basic one. If I'll open this one, it will take 1 minute. Data frame exercise. Okay, wait for some seconds. Okay, my screen is visible to everyone. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Visible properly? This notebook is visible to everyone properly?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, visible. So what we are doing here in the PySpark, guys, it's a very like, I know that some of you belongs to the non-tech background as well. Some of belongs to the different background as well. So I'm not going into that much deep. Just understand the business logic, or just understand the terminologies of big data or of PySpark. But in our project, or sorry, in our course, we are going to tackle up from a very basics to intermediate, then advanced, into the whole 4 month course of this big data, and 2 months is for the Python and SQL. total 6 months of a course this is. So in these 4 months, I'm going to talk what we are going to do. But before to that, let's discuss here. So if you guys see here, the highlighted on what we are doing, read a CSV file into the data frame. The very important and to the first question, if you are having a 1 to 2 years of experience in Spark, your interviewer will ask you how to read a file into the data frame. So what we are doing here is spark.read.option, header is equal to true, option is equal to infer schema, and then this is a DBFS file system, which is nothing but a file system where your exactly file is stored, which is a orders1.csv. So we are just the whole CSV file is getting converted into the form of table only. Okay. So now if I'll give a huge CSV file and if I'll tell you guys, okay, guys, do some manipulation or transformation, you guys are going to stuck. But if I'll give you the table, you can easily fire a SQL query and you can get an output. The same thing we are doing, we are pushing our whole data of this CSV file inside of this data frame. Okay. And once we have this table ready, we can do whatever the manipulation or the business logic we have performed. So if you see here, guys, first we load this order1.csv into this data frame. Then we are printing the schema and then we are showing the 10 records only of this data frame only. Okay. So if you can see, guys, here into the result set, this is your schema. It means your file have these 4 columns: order ID, order date, customer ID, and order status. Now you can ask me how PySpark knows the data type of these columns. This is an interesting question. How? I have only passed here the file name and loaded into this data frame, and how it knows the data type of each column. It might be varies, but PySpark is a very intelligent and it gives us the very inbuilt functions, which is an infer schema is equal to true. It means on the basis of a 3000 records, your PySpark has understand that your columns are belongs to this data type only. Okay. And on top of that, we have just passed the df1.show, which is nothing but showing the whatever the data loaded into the form of table. Okay. After that, what we are doing, renaming an existing column into the data frame. So what I told you guys, once you have a table, you can do anything. In your SQL, you can fire an alter table command for a renaming of any column. But as a PySpark is a very faster than SQL as well. You can have a df2 is equal to df1. Then again, you have to use the inbuilt function of a Spark with column. And then you can pass the existing column name and the new column name. Same way, existing column name and new column name with the function. And if you guys see here, existing column name and new column name, existing column name and the new column name. Okay. So these kind of a manipulation or the processing. So Spark only famous, or we can say that into the market, this is a very, very famous for the processing things only. Okay. Now after that, if you can see, we are doing some sorting also. And we are doing some filtering also. Why? Because we are doing here data integrity and cleaning checks. So whenever you will get any project, you will have a data cleaning or integrity checks kind of stuff. So if you can see here, guys, we are again having a df4, which is not doing anything else. Just on df1, this table, we are applying a filter function. And then we are filtering our column order ID is equal to 1 and then this one. Okay. So this is all about our Spark and everything. Okay. After that, this storage and processing in our course, we are offering a Azure Cloud Data Platform. So whatever you have understood on these big data frameworks, you are going to replicate on top of this Azure Cloud Data Platform also. You are going to create automated data pipelines over the Azure Cloud. Okay. Like what are the different storage services Azure offers, how you can integrate that, what are the linked services, how you can create a data factory, what are the Azure Databricks, what are the Azure Synapse Analytics, and everything. And also our team is going to help you into the certification as well. So we are also going to cover this one cloud platform as well in our this whole data engineering course. We can say that one by one. Okay, guys. So as we are having a not that much time. Okay, so this is all about the introduction of a data engineering, how the data is stored, how the processing, what are the cloud platforms. Even we have AWS, Snowflake as well into the market, but we prefer Azure. But according to the audience size or according to the majority, we can choose the cloud platform. I'm comfortable in the both. Okay. So now one more thing I have to discuss with you guys, what actually we are going to cover in this course or okay guys. So this is a total 6-month course, guys. Month one, okay. And then month one you have sorry, you have month two, month three, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So what exactly you are going to do in each month, let me explain you. Just take your 5 more minutes, guys. I understand everyone. Today is a Friday and everyone have some plans. Okay. So I just need your 5 more minutes and then you guys can go and make up your mind. You have to enroll or, and this is a totally a live class, guys. There is a nothing like a video lectures we are going to give you. On every weekend, I'm going to come for the 2 to 2.5 hours along with my teaching assistant Raki. And you are going to sit for the 2 hours or 1.5 hours with me and 1 hour with my assistant. And we are going to have a theory plus practical class live. There's nothing like if you have a doubt today, you are going to ask me on Saturday. No. If you have a today, you can drop me a message or you can call me now. Or you can ask me to the live class. There is nothing like a recorded lecture or recorded assignments. No. Into the first month, you are going to work into the Python only. And second month is a SQL. Okay. I am not responsible for these course. Okay. Some another lecturers are going to pick up. Okay. So this is the red area for me, because I'm not responsible for these two. But yeah, if you enroll, we have a industry best trainer here. So there are some data science courses are also going on where most of the Python is involved. So those instructors are going to take your first month course, which is totally a Python. Second month, you are going to have a SQL course, which is an end-to-end SQL. Once you are comfortable in this 1 month and month two, then only you are going to transfer to me for these 4 months. Why? Because I am not going to teach you SQL here. I am not going to ask you to write a basic query. I am not going to ask you, oh, hey guys, like you are all here, let's write this SQL query or something like that. No, I don't have that time to write a SQL query in this form. We have to do something legit on, okay, legitimate one. Because what's my intention up to now? I have trained near about 300 students. Everyone placed in a good job. And my intention is to make you production ready for any company. I don't want like my student will go into the interview and they are like, okay, this is the definition of this one. This will we do. This is the might be the answer. No. If you're enrolling in this course, you must have a production ready. You must be the production ready. Your interviewer will be fight for you. Like, yeah, I need this book anyway. Okay. So in this month three, month four, month five, what we are going to discuss into the month three, the very first thing we are going to discuss in whole month is a Hadoop framework. In month four, Hadoop plus data warehousing concepts. Okay, guys. This is a month one. Month three for me. Sorry, guys. And in month four, you guys are going to learn a Spark framework. And this Spark framework plus Kafka. Month 5 is totally for the Azure cloud or any cloud, guys. In whichever you guys have feels okay, this is a demanding, sir. Okay. And the last month. So guys, this is a very hard deadline. So there might be a 15 days overlap here. We are only getting a 15 days as a rest. 15 days remaining, which is a one milestone project plus interview preparation plus resume building plus helping in Naukri plus LinkedIn plus campus plus placement assistant. In the last one, we are going to grill you like a hell. Okay, so that you can land or you can switch your job. Okay. In these, this is a target month, but in these 3 months, on every week, we are going to attend our class on a Saturday and Sunday, live class, Saturday and Sunday for 2 hours and 30 minutes for assignment. You have to totally dedicate your 2.5 hours of your weekend, and the class timing would be near about in noon only, Saturday and Sunday. And every weekend you are going to get assignments and quiz. And this is all like a live one. Okay. You will get a portal or everything. And you will also get a one channel where you can drop your queries. So this is totally a 4 month of a package kind of a stuff with me and my assistant. You guys are going to have it. Okay. So if you guys have any doubt or anything, you can ask me now. Okay. So this is the whole course curriculum or what we are going to tackle in these 4 months. Like with me or facing this big data project, or if you guys are going to enroll, I wish everyone to enroll in this course and learn something new, and then you can switch your job or anything wherever you want to go in your life. Okay. So this is one of the best one. Okay. And also you're getting a live teaching assistant and everything, campus placement as well. This Ivy Pro is also conducting a placement assistant. And also guys, after completion of every module, you are getting a mock interview call. After completion, after each month, after each framework completion, you are going to have a mock interview call. And on the basis of this mock interview call, your trainer is going to give your feedback, and on the top of that only, placement cell is going to disclose you in front of companies only. Okay. So this is the whole curriculum, guys, where we are going to deal it with for the next 4 months whenever you guys are handed over to me. And this is my whole course curriculum where we are going to learn from the very basic scratch to intermediate and then up to the very advanced level. Okay. So anyone have any question or any doubt? You can ask me now. Anyone? Whatever the question is, it would be the silly question as well. No worries. Anyone have any question, guys? Or I can assume this silence as no. You can
So
say no.
what will be the course fees?
Sorry, I don't know. Like, I think this IB guys are going to call you. You can discuss with them. I can only assist you in this course curriculum
Yeah,
or this
so the
thing.
city councillors will call the respective students who have, who are people who are attending from the respective cities, and we will share the course syllabus also and the fee details as well.
Got it? Any further question, guys, regarding this course curriculum, technology, or data tech stack we are going to discuss in this class? And mark my word, guys, this is the first and the very prominent course into the market where you are going to the live trainer to teach you. I have also seen some of the folks who are going there and learning over the Udemy, but you cannot have a live trainer anywhere. Okay, but here in IB we are providing you the live trainer with a live doubt clearing and everything on each weekend. There is nothing like this weekend there is a live trainer, another weekend there is no live trainer. No. Throughout this course, throughout this training, you will get a live trainer and one teaching assistant. Okay. So I hope like most of you guys can enroll. All the best for your future endeavors and have a nice and great weekend, guys. Take care and take care of your family. Bye bye. Rakib, can we please wrap up this call? Thank you, everyone. Fahim, are you there from the IB?
I'm there. So Manjula here. I'm there.
Okay, Manjula. So
yeah.
You can close the recording.
Yes.
I'm done from my side.
Surely, surely. Thank you so
And
much, sir, for this valuable insight. I'm sure everybody benefited out of it. Looking forward to having more such sessions with you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
thank you.
Request everybody to fill up the feedback form, please. That is very important for us.